Heads up, different opening for this video, a quickie. Kemi Badenoch still not got it, but as an equity member, as many of our regular viewers are you eligible to vote in the indicative ballot for artificial intelligence protections? Please exercise your vote by the 18th of December. Vote yes to protect your rights. Kemi Badenoch still not got it? Kemi's wonderful at the moment, coming into her own. But we've said before, Kemi, what are your principles? What are your beliefs? What drives the Conservative Party?
Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it, especially for his fair-minded friends.
Hello, Jacobatis, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Moi, Nigel.cecil, and Hilary and moi would like to take the opportunity, because we don't often do it really positively and up front in your face, but we'd like to do so now. What? Thank our fair-minded and equitable friends, our regular viewers, of course. Some might say, Nigel, Hilary, you've not got all that many, but it's, and to quote that well-known phrase, it's quality that counts, not quantity. And when you get in touch by our usual email address to bring to our attention your comments, views, observations and questions, so then Hilary and moi may together endeavour to present them equally and fairly on your behalf in order to stimulate some discussion, it stimulates our creativity. And we enjoy having our creativity stimulated, don't we, Hilary? I'm digressing now, as I often do, vaccinated with a gramophone needle when at school. This video, because some of the previous ones have been about equity, because you are involved in showbiz, is about politics. Oh, big turn off. But we're going to be playing that quote we so love, don't we, Hilary? And we're going to be talking about, well, Kemi Badenoch. Do you care? Who do you want anyone to talk about in politics nowadays? Nigel Farage? Uncle Keith Sir Keir Starmer? Or, well, the Liberal Party, whatever. Do we really care? Do we trust them? And that's very important, because when it comes to communication, we apply showbiz principles, top of the first division, when it comes to celebrities. How do celebrities communicate with their fans? How do they stay top of the first division? What makes them an enduring celebrity? It's all about putting the fans first. Never presume, never assume, but plan, prepare. And if you do that, and you really put forward in your mind what showbiz is all about, and apply it to politicians, then maybe politicians instinctively will, well, let us know what we want to hear, not what they want to tell us. You know, and I just want to say, ring the bell if they say I one more time, because we elect them in the belief they're going to do what we want, which is why in politics now we're in a mess, aren't we? Manifestos, tear them up, throw them away. What have the Tories done in the last 14 years, and what are Labour doing now? And so, of course, Nigel Farage comes riding through a knight in shining armour, confident, on a stallion, ready to represent the people. Popularism, sock it away. We don't want popularism, say the politicians. But I'm digressing. Where does this leave Kemi Badenoch? Well, some of you have been saying, hasn't Kemi been doing well over the last couple of weeks or so, having a pop at Uncle Keith? Really? What is that phrase? You know, one swallow doesn't make a summer or something? Because at the end of the day, We need to know what are the beliefs, what are the principles, what are the policies that arise from those beliefs and principles driving the agenda of the political party. And we've said before with a pop tune, you know when you hear it, you know what the celebrity is delivering to you. You feel the music inside of you. And that's all politicians have to do, really, as Uncle Donald says.
You know, it's complicated, but not really complicated when you get right down to it, right?
It's complicated, but when you get right down to it, it's not complicated, really. No, have that music inside of you, that belief. And this is where coaching, as distinct from training, comes into things. You have to get with the politician and find out what vibes them so they have that belief. I'm digressing again. I'm sorry about this. Kemi Badenoch. So Kemi Badenoch, you know, having a go at Sir Keir Starmer in Parliament and people saying, what's going on? Kemi's wonderful at the moment, coming into her own. But we've said before, Kemi, what are your principles? What are your beliefs? What drives the Conservative Party? And do we really know that? You see, we've got the poster. Kemi still not got it, talking about their principles and beliefs. And they had this little interview with Camilla Tominey. Let's just have a quick one at this one.
So why will you be any different? Because we are starting from a principle of balancing the books.
Principles. Let's just listen to that again.
Because we are starting from a principle of balancing the books.
Principles. Principles balancing the books. Hey, now come on. You see, there'll be those saying principles balancing the books. Is that a principle of the Conservative Party? What's the belief? Because you have your beliefs first, and we assume that the Conservative Party knew their beliefs. But do they? Because principles balancing the books, of course, from an accountancy point of view, principles balancing the books sounds wonderful, but come on, we now know with the Labour Party balancing the books. You know, Rachel will say balancing the books because when it comes to politics, how you balance the books is all down to policies. They are decisions a government makes. So it sounds good saying, we'll balance the books. Really? It's your beliefs that matter because it's the beliefs, what you stand for. And this is where words like, you know, patriotic, security, peace, love, all those words come in. But what are the beliefs of the Conservative Party? And if we don't know those beliefs with any political party, will we actually end up staying with them, sticking with them, keeping them top of the first division? So ask yourself this. Ask Kemi, what are your beliefs and what are the beliefs of the Conservative Party which give rise to your principles? And then from your beliefs to principles, we then have policies. And unless we know those three things, a pop star, we all know as soon as they walk on stage what they're going to do, what the music is from the heart. That's why there's that anticipation. And when you've got that belief inside of you, well, the answers to all the questions just flow. And we've got to have that other little quickie. What about all the hand actions? Have you spotted? And was that the shadow business secretary as well? But in the background, they're all waving their hands. Everyone's still doing it. It detracts from the message. Detracting from the message, waving the hands. Here's the thing, as we've said before, it's not just following the rules, it's not training, it's all about coaching. And so just have a look at Sir Keir Starmer and how they are now presenting their message. I mean, have you seen them? They're not moving their hands as much. Somebody must have said, don't move your hands. But without that belief inside them, without their principles, that spark of humanity. Well, it's not all that long ago we mentioned this in a video.
Exterminate!
Sir Keir Starmer being compared with a Dalek? Surely not.
You lose control of the economy and working people pay the price. And I will never let that happen again. I will never let that happen to working people with Labour. And I will never let that happen again. I will never let that happen to working people.
Exterminate! Exterminate! Exterminate!
Exterminate! Exterminate! And there we are. They're all being critical. Well, I better not use the word all, but you know what I mean. I digress with these interpretations. Being critical of Sir Keir, but in keeping their hands away from the picture, being rigid. Someone's probably said, you know, when you look at all the leaders of the world, when it gets right down to it, it's not complicated. Act like a leader. Look like a leader. Stop waving your hands about. But without that belief in your heart, you're just wasting your time. So we'll finish off this video by asking the question on your behalf. Belief. What do you think are the beliefs of the political parties in the United Kingdom at the moment? It's probably a question you'll find extremely difficult to answer. But as always, we hope you'll join us again with belief in your heart. Do get in touch. Keep that belief in your heart and hope and expectations for a better tomorrow. Believe in Britain.
Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it, especially for his fair-minded friends.
Jackabattis, a quick addendum to this video. Have you voted in the indicative ballot to protect your rights when it comes to artificial intelligence? Please let us know what you think, because some of our regular viewers have already been in touch with their comments, views, observations and questions, and in the very near future we'll be doing a follow-up video about artificial intelligence. Stay lucky, one and all.